Okay, so let's do a couple of these conversion problems together. This is from our unit conversions activity. So this sheet, we're going to go ahead and talk about how we would go about doing number 3, the volume of the mug in liters. All right, so let's say I found, just hypothetically, this is going to be my data, so it may not match exactly your data, but let's say I found 310 milliliters was the volume of the mug. Okay, I'm going to turn that into a fraction. And then if I'm trying to go to liters, what units would go on top and bottom? Okay, so you should have said milliliters, we're trying to cancel, is going to go on the bottom. Liters, which we're trying to get, would go on top. And so what numbers would go next to those two units? All right, so we should say since a liter is larger, it gets a 1, and there are 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter. And then that allows milliliters to cancel. And so we're ready to calculate because we have our unit, liters, which is what we're being asked for in the question. So if I get the calculator out, this is going to give me, or I can just move the decimal, but it's going to give me 0.310 liters. Now, the next question, what if I want to convert that to gallons? Knowing that a gallon is equal to a gallon is equal to 3.8 liters. So I would start with my previous number, 0.310 liters, put that over 1, and now I'm going to go from liters to gallons, once again using the conversion factor that I'm given. So what would that fraction look like? Okay, so you should have said 3.8 gallons over 1 liter. And then in terms of what we're doing on the calculator, well, what do you think? Are we going to multiply these two numbers? Are we dividing by 3.8? What are we doing? Okay, and you should have said that we're going to multiply since the 3.8 is on top. Unlike up above where the 1,000 number was in the bottom. The 3.8 is on top, so it's going to be 0.310 times 3.8. And so that is going to give me, it's going to give me 1.178. Oops, 1.178. And that would be gallons. However, because I do need to worry about significant figures, my starting number, my measured number way back in the very beginning, 310 milliliters, that has two significant figures. So I'm going to call this not 1.178, but 1.2 gallons. Okay. All right, let's try one more problem. We're going to jump to the number of milliseconds that it takes to sing Happy Birthday. All right. So our time is at about 10.33 seconds. Your number obviously is going to be a little different, and your math should look a little different as a result, but the steps should be the same. So, seconds to milliseconds, we can do that in one step because they're both metric. So, seconds goes in the bottom, and it goes in the bottom because I want to cancel it with being on the top in the beginning. So, which one's larger, seconds or milliseconds? So you should say seconds, so it gets a 1. And then if I go to the little chart, so if the ones place seconds is here, milliseconds is 3 spaces down. 1, 2, 3. So that means that there are 1 times 10 to the third, or you could just say 1,000 milliseconds in a second. So essentially it's 10.33 times 1,000, or 10,330 milliseconds.